It's really challenging.
On that point of focus and attention, and thinking back to when you were 19 years old, one of the things people ask me a lot, and I guess it's a bit of a debate in the self-help world, is from a neuroscience perspective, is manifestation and this idea of like visualization, visualizing who I want to become and where I'm going, is there any neuroscience to support that works?
There is, and I'm not trying to be negative, but I'll start with the negative counterexample for which there is evidence and it's less often discussed. So there's a wonderful researcher at New York University by the name of Emily Balcetis, who talks about how for goal setting and habit formation, fear setting is often one of the best tools. You spend some time, maybe 5 minutes or so, thinking about all the terrible things that are going to happen if you don't actually accomplish your goals. Nobody likes to do this, but guess what? It turns out to be pretty darn effective.
Really?
I know. It's really frustrating that this is the case. But again, that has a lot to do with the way that the human brain is wired and likes to rewire itself. Now, that said, it is important to envision goals. Visualizing goals in detail, writing them out, in some cases talking about them, although we can discuss that, why that might not be the best idea in every circumstance, can be very beneficial because it's hard to conceive something that you can't imagine. But I think when people hear that visualizing goals or visualizing outcomes is critical, we sometimes forget that we don't always know what the end goal is. Sometimes we have to break this up into milestones. This is where I think Rick Rubin, even though he's not a formally trained scientist, has drawn a lot of interest for his work on creativity, which is, Rick is about largely, sensing the kind of energetic pull of an idea and being able to explore that without too much self-judgment or filtering or thinking about how it's going to be received. In other words, that the metamorphosis that leads to great music, great poetry, great scientific discovery, podcasts, finance, companies that one is building, et cetera, is a series of iterations that occur on the time course of about a day, and so we can't always imagine the end or the end product as the outcome. This is why I said university is easy compared to other goals, because the end is a degree, right? And so you pick up your diploma, whereas in other areas, it's far more mysterious often. Now, visualization, I think, can be very powerful, but perhaps what's more powerful is to learn the brain and body state that best serves the work you're going to do.